All right, welcome everyone to another edition of Deconversion Stories, and never mind that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday shit that you see in the intro music. We still haven't done a new intro, but
we won't be here. You can come, but we won't be here.
Yeah, but there won't be anybody on the channel. You'll just be staring at a blank thumbnail, like, "What's going on?" But
First
anyway.
episode yet.
So tonight we have Miranda with us. Welcome to the show, Miranda.
Yeah.
Hello.
Miranda is married to that scoundrel you see in the chat called Will of Spades, who's been on the show like a year ago, I think it was, probably a little more than. And I think at the time you were unsure whether or not you wanted to come and share your story. So you finally, I guess it took a while, but you finally decided, yeah. Oh, there you go. You finally decided, yeah, what the hell, I'll share my story. And here we are today. It is time.
It's happening. It's happening.
This is the May.
That's right.
Oh, you got the dopest state. I have yours. May the 4th be with you to all my fellow Jedis out there, hiding from the evil empire.
Yeah, but now the whole month is good because this is the May.
Yes.
So there you go. And if you're a Spaceballs fan, may the Schwartz be with you.
I could never stop.
All right, so
those you guys.
So what we do here, Miranda, is we chat with folks about how they found their way free from their previous beliefs. So
okay.
I will leave it to you to tell us that story. And as I mentioned before, we may have, throw up a finger or hand or something. Oh, hold on. Like we might need clarification on something, that kind of thing. So watch for that. And I may pop up some stuff from the chat every once in a while. So,
Neil, I think I got it. Like we have a closing question. I think I have an intro question. And I think I want it to be the flavor question. Like what flavor of religious were you?
Haha, I was Mormon.
Oh. Whoa, okay.
The bland flavor.
No, I wasn't the spicy flavor. I wasn't FLDS. I was just regular old LDS.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the F? Fundamental?
Fundamental.
Yeah.
I thought it was flavor. The flavor of Latter-day Saints.
Flabbergasted of Latter-day.
Okay.
Mormon.
So, and forgive me, sometimes I have a tendency to go off onto a tangent. I get those squirrel
You're in the right place.
So
yeah, tangent.
Ooh, shiny.
Exactly. So I was Mormon growing up. Oh gosh, it was my whole identity growing up. Really, I left when I was 15, or I was excommunicated. I left, and then I was excommunicated,
as they do
eventually. But I grew up Mormon. I grew up with like all of the ideals of I wanted to be like the perfect Mormon girl. I wanted to marry a man after he come back from his mission. Like I wanted to go to the BYU, which is their college.
Is that like their like checklist like for the girls? Is like as soon as he gets back from his mission, boy, will he be looking for you. Like, is that what they're like selling? Is that like a sales pitch?
Yeah, it's almost like you go to college to find a husband. That's what it's like. No hate or anything, but it's like you go to BYU to meet a husband. Like they have a whole singles ward. Like as soon as you hit like your adult age of like 18 to 21, you're put into like a ward of nothing but single people, single Mormons that are around the same age, so that way they can
like a stable.
Like a staple, so they can mingle. Is that it? Do they trust you guys? Do they leave condoms out there? Like what?
So they can make baby Mormons.
So no condom, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, they watch you, and you have to go like when you're.
They watch.
Like, you're not allowed to like. Really... Well, like as soon as you turn 18, they're like, okay, here you go, you're an adult. Bye.
Good luck.
You're an adult now. All right.
But like before that, you know, you can't, like the dances are supervised. You can't really date. You can't, like you have to have chaperones there and everything like that. And, you know, but then as soon as you turn 18, they're like, okay, bye, go procreate. Like,
You got it. You know what you're doing.
you're an adult now. But
How hard could it be?
you know, it was just one of those things where like, it was drilled into me that being a Mormon meant that I was like essentially like better than everybody else, better than all the other religions. All of the other religions were wrong.
Right.
Of course.
You know, I was told
Clearly.
that when I had made friends with people, you know, who were part of the LGBTQIA community, it was wrong, and that it was my mission to like turn them towards the light. And I was just like, no. But
yes, your mission from God is to make all your friends uncomfortable.
yeah, but it was just, you know, it was all of those ideals, and you know, it was very much like, I don't even like it. I felt very like put in a box, you know, especially as a woman, because it's very patriarchal. And like, no offense to anybody, but it was very much like, it was, you bent to the man, you bent to your father. And then when you got married, you bent to your husband. And
I've seen it displayed as like an umbrella kind of thing, like God and Jesus are up here, and
yeah,
then the husband, and then the wife, and then the kids, and or the priest, and then the husband, and you know, like that sort of thing.
Yes.
Or whatever they call them in
just,
Mormonism. I don't know.
I think it's called a pyramid scheme, Neil. Pyramid scheme.
Something like that, yes, or an umbrella scheme.
Yeah. But it was just it was very hard for me to kind of like, I wanted to be that textbook Mormon girl. I wanted to be the good girl and things like that. But then when it got to the point, because what was really like the turning point for me was when I became a teenager, when I was 13, my dad, who has since passed away, but he was very high up in the Mormon church. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it just kind of got to the point where he was just very physically abusive, and a lot of things went on inside the home that were not okay. And he, you know, so I'm sorry, I grew up Mormon, but then it was like my dad kind of, when my mom and dad met, they got married, and my dad was in the military. And then when we came back to the United States, he got out of the military, and he wasn't a Mormon then. And then, you know, after he divorced my mom, he found religion again. And
so he switched teams.
Well, I mean, he was, from what I understand, he was Mormon growing up, and then he left as like a young adult, and then came back after he divorced my mom, and subsequently met his wife, and they got married, and she was, you know, the model Mormon lady. But when I became a teenager, it was, you know, he got pretty physically abusive with me, and then he like encouraged, and I say taught, but he very much encouraged his wife to become physically abusive with me. And it was to the point where like these things were happening. I was, you know, running away from home just to try to get away from that abuse of it, and being brought back into it. And then when I tried to talk to like other people in the church, like the leadership in the church, about it, when I was finally able to get away and not get taken back to his house, and I said, hey, this is what's been going on for, and it happened, went on for 2 years before I was finally like, I can't like before finally someone was like, oh, hey, maybe she's not just like an angsty teenager, like, think.
Maybe
And
she's telling the truth.
yeah. And when I was finally like brave enough to be like, hey, this is what's been going on. It's not me, being a black sheep or a bad seed or anything. Like, this is what's been going on. They turned their back on me and they were like, we don't believe you. Essentially. And it was so much easier to just get rid of me because like I was a nobody in the Mormon church rather than someone who was like in the upper echelons of where my dad was.
So just to break it down for people who may not know, like the Mormon church is like very like structured. Like there are tiers and different kinds. So can you kind of like, not the entire everybody, but can you do like the rough layers of like how their leadership goes?
So basically, because like of course, like the women are very much like kept separate.
Oh, of course. It'd never be any of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it was like you had the bishop who basically was like in each ward that they had, like you had a bishop and that was like, he was at the top. Okay. And then you had like, I think it was like 2 or 3, like they worked directly with the bishop. They were like co-bishops, but I don't remember like their names.
Step bishops.
Yeah.
Steve and Adam, I think.
So that's what they were. And then you had like everyone else. And then of course you had like the priesthood, which had all of the adult men in it. And then you had, we were called sisters.
Okay.
So then you had like the sisterhood, and then you had like young women's, which was like for the adolescent, like as soon as you became from 13 until you hit 18, you were in young women's. And then under like 12 and under were just the children. Because like right when you became a teenager is when they started segregating the boys and the girls. And like the boys who were 13, 18, they had like the young men's and they kept it very separate. But yes, it was the bishop, and then you had like his like co-bishops, and then it was everybody else.
I'd separate those damn teenagers too, by the way.
Man, not looking forward to mine. Not looking forward to it.
But it was just at that point, like I had just realized, because I was raised to believe that, Mormons were the best and everybody had to be a Mormon, and it was your job as a Mormon, like to bring everybody into the fold, so to speak. And and no, it was just the fact that it was like so quick, that they were so quick to just like turn their back on someone who like I was a minor. I was 15 and I needed help. I had actually like reached out for help and they were like, nope, we're done.
Like you're supposed to.
Yeah. And because they were like, well, are you sure you're not just like, I remember having this conversation with like the youth leaders, and they were like, are you sure it's not just like, you're not just overreacting? Are you sure that it's really as bad as you say? That was what was really just, it was very, very disheartening.
I don't understand why they even needed to ask you that. Like, I don't get that. What do you mean what do you mean? I wouldn't come to you if there wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
Who wants attention that bad? Like, just gonna get me, like, it would just get me in trouble. Why would I do that?
Yeah. And so basically after that happened, like I walked away and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And at the time I had gone back to, I was living with my mother because like I had said before, and I'm sorry, I'm really all over the place with my story, but my mother was never Mormon. When I lived with my mother until I became an adult, it was, I guess she tried to get me to go to different churches. Like she would take me to the churches where they had like live, like the Christian rock bands. And it was just, I couldn't do
praise
it.
and worship team.
Yeah.
Cranking out the alternative Jesus Christ hits.
because it was just one of those things where it was like it, everybody, especially like growing up as a Mormon, they were like, oh, God is this great and powerful being. He's, all knowing and all forgiving and stuff like that. And it's like, and he has this plan for us. How can, like, I never, no one could tell me if he has this great plan and it's all like mapped, like pre-mapped out, it's all been preordained. Tell me what the heck I did so wrong as a child to deserve to be put through the things that I went through.
Yeah.
That never made any sense to me. And yeah.
It's
and so it was just,
and they'll brush it off with bullshit and excuses.
Yes.
And my friend Renewed Views here had done a couple of posts that I want to share. Like, the reason you want to get out, and that's why she went to church, was because it wasn't home, right? So you're away from home. So out of the frying pan into the fire, if you ask me. But and then what they mean is, wouldn't it be easier if you didn't say there was any issues? Like, right. You would tell them about the problems that were there, right?
You're making us uncomfortable with you complaining about our behavior. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like being called out on what I'm doing wrong. So I have a complaint about you complaining about us.
Yes. I just, and then after that, it nobody could ever tell me, like, I could, when I would like question it, like, why did this happen? Why, why do I have to, like, just why all the whys, and I really hated like hearing like the preordained stuff and everything like that. Not only that, but it's like, well, you have to have faith in what?
Yes.
Like, I had faith that reaching out to adults would help me.
It's the right thing to do. Yeah.
So it just got to the point where I was like, okay, well then I'm going to have faith in myself to just do what I need to do, because at least I know that I got me.
Yeah. One person on your team.
Yes.
I wish I could get myself on my team. I don't know how.
Well, you shouldn't have traded yourself in the off season. I told you that was going to bite you in the ass, and you don't listen.
That's true, I guess.
Now you're on Tons of Mice's team. He's got 5 or 6 people now.
And he says, model Mormon ladies coming soon from Lego.
Coming soon to Neil's shelf.
No. That's one set I'll pass on. Thanks.
But I mean, yeah, in a nutshell, that's really like it just that was what happened. I lost my faith in people who claimed all of these things and everything. There was just nothing there. No, it's from Mega Blocks. Oh my God, Better Blocks.
What's Better Blocks? The hell's Will smoking? And why isn't he sharing?
So we actually, I just saw, we were actually talking about it not too long ago, because I grew up in the 90s, and we were talking about like when our parents would buy stuff for us off of like infomercials. And I just came across this old infomercial because I was talking about Legos, and I couldn't remember what they were called, but it was Legos that instead of being square, they were rounded on the edges so they could move. And I just came across the old infomercial for it, and they're called Better Blocks. And I showed it to Will.
I remember that because he made a snake, and it went like this. I was like, oh. No,
and they did like a bird, and it like, it was great.
It had movement. I was like, what?
I don't remember that.
This witchcraft.
Oh yeah, Tons of Mice said what I was going to say. She said Legos. Points off.
Yeah.
because it's Lego. You don't need
My
the S.
ego.
It's already plural.
Thought we were reminiscent.
It's like fish. Fish is plural. You don't need fishes.
You can do fishes.
No.
Fish.
No, they only said that so that the people that were using the word fishes wouldn't feel like idiots.
Goldfishes.
Goldfish.
Shiz.
Yep. It's like moose. Meese.
How about-
Sis. Yeah, meese. Clearly it's meese. What's wrong with meese? Why can't we
good
be
Lord.
consistent about anything?
I hates Mises to pieces.
Just meese. Moose, meese, mice,
Moose.
house,
What?
home. I don't
That
know.
was a character on TV. Come on.
Yes.
So like I said, I'm fishies.
Fishies.
You know,
Fishies.
I'm really good at like questions. Like, please don't feel like I would love some questions just to give some clarity, because I feel like I was very all over the place with like my like a big chunk of my deconstruction story.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked about it a whole lot. So I do really good with questions and I don't get offended. So please feel free, anybody, to give me some questions if they have any.
Don't get offended. Oh, yeah, challenge accepted.
Wait, we got stretch. Got to warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening, Neil. Go ahead. Crunch, crunch, crack,
Ow.
crack.
I forgot about that muscle, and it just reminded me it existed.
There's like a spring shooting through the.
Rice Krispies.
God.
It's got a leak.
Cooling everywhere.
Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Questions. I want to know, when you were having the abuse issues, and you went to the, I don't know, fucking upper members or whatever you call them, did you talk to anyone closer to your own age first? Like, and did they say whether or not you should go? So you didn't do that at all, eh?
No, I
like your peers.
I felt very alone with it. Like, I know that sounds silly, you know, but I felt,
it's common.
Yeah, and I felt like, I don't know, it was one of those things where I felt like I shouldn't talk about it, that it was like it was like my fault, so I didn't talk about it.
That's that doesn't surprise me, because it's like, in a backhand or kind of way, through any form of like TV media, they kind of always sort of push that, like, oh, these aren't things you should talk about. And then on the other hand, they are like, oh, well, if you're being hurt, you should tell someone, you know, but you know, only if it's like in a non-religious type way, like if it's like you're at school and it's a secular school and they don't, you know, it's nothing to do with church or synagogue or a mosque or whatever. But there it's like, oh, you shouldn't talk about that there. But oh yeah, but if your teacher at work hit you, or your teacher at school hit you, or your fellow employee at work hit you, yeah, go tell someone.
Mm-hmm.
Or your teacher at work, sure, right? So they always push. It's kind of like that double-edged sort of sword thing, I guess. But they always try to make it seem like, oh, you shouldn't talk about that within your religious community, but yeah, you should totally talk about that in your outside of that, right? And that's
yeah,
really
because
shitty.
I was told that I was spoiled. I was told that I was very lucky, and you know, that I was a brat, and like, okay, like, tell me, like, I have a teenager, like, tell me what teenager doesn't have like teenager characteristics, but like, right. I don't feel like I was that bad of a kid to like.
They say that to break you down,
right? Gaslighting.
Yeah, it's all part of that church shame bullshit.
Yeah.
And
real quick, and that's another, put that on the list, tons. Yet another reason that religion is not harmless, because these people who are getting sensitive, criminal, possible information are supposed to be reporting that to the authorities. Are they doing that? No, they're telling the parents, and then they're trying to isolate the situation. So there is no accountability there, which means we should take away their tax-free exemption.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
Renewed Views is quite chatty today. So, but she wanted to know
Hey,
if there was
HR,
hey. Yeah, or the church. Like, do you still have any contact with some of those people? Because you said
No,
they kind of kicked
so
you out. So
no, like when I walked away, like after that final thing, when they were like, "But is it really?" Like it was, I walked away, and I was just like, you know what,
good for you.
I'm done. Like I want to say I think I have like one or two people that I went to church with that I'm friends with on social media.
Mhm.
But I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think they are no
Satan.
longer practicing anymore. So, and then as far as like my family, when I walked away from, because that was my dad's side of the family, when I walked away, like I was essentially done, and they were done with me. And you know, when my dad passed last year, because my dad passed away from cancer, he actually reached out to me at the end of 2022.
Okay.
And you know, the thing about it is like I try not to, like, at least for me, I try not to let my past like dictate my future. And I try to like learn from it and be better than that, or like what are the positives that I can take away, so that way I don't experience that situation again, or put other people in that situation again, things like that. Like I like to learn from it, not like live in it, if that makes any sense.
It's got to try to pull something out of this.
Yeah. And he reached out and he was like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, I know we haven't talked in a while. I know that you've been very angry with me, you know. And I was just like, it was a big struggle. Like, I talked about it a lot with Will, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I didn't know what to do. And he was just like, you know, just do whatever you think is right. Whatever you think is right is the right answer. And I said, okay. So I ended up, you know, reconnecting to an extent, and he apologized. And it was just one of those things where I'm like, you know, okay, like I'm not 15 anymore. That was, you know, almost 2 decades ago. I'm not that same person anymore. I'm an adult. I have a career. I have my own family. Okay. Like I'll take it at face value. It is what it is.
Right.
And, you know, so I was willing, and, you know, a lot of people were like, well, he's just saying that like to get it off of his shoulder, whatever. I don't care about his reasoning, ulterior motives, if they are even there. You know, if he wanted to, like he took the chance, reached out, and it was like, you know, okay. And after he passed, I saw a lot of his family. Nothing. I haven't been in contact with them, and they haven't been in contact with me. It was very awkward, you know, going to the services because it was at the church that I grew up in, and I ran in. Did I? No, I didn't. But it was very awkward because I very much felt like an outsider. I was very uncomfortable with the situation going to his. I was gonna
say, I'm surprised they didn't say you're not allowed in here. You're on our list. We knew you might show your face around here. You know you're banned. But I guess they just didn't want no problems. They just let you in.
I would have told them I don't give a flying.
It would have been Mormon Bibles flying everywhere. I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah. Suck on that. I would have fought too, even if I didn't want to go in for real. Like even if I didn't want to go 100%, if they would have tried to stop me, I'd fight them. Totally worth it.
I mean, granted,
Buy a pair of
we
those
left.
I'm not
very
going to
quickly.
church
We
gloves.
didn't mingle. Yeah.
Walk in a sanctuary with a roll of quarters. Let's do this.
A bar of soap and a sock.
Yeah, that's all I need. This looks about fair. Let's do
I heard
this.
soap can make it chafe, but you know.
No, you're not washing the sock.
Little sock-shaped light bulb went off. So I kind of want to know, when you left the church, it's clear that you left because of the abuse stuff. But what I want to know is, at that same time, did you stop believing in a God of any kind?
I was really struggling with it. You know, for a while, but it was leading up to that, because as things progressively got worse, I found myself asking, why? Why is this happening to me? Why? Why is God having me go through this? Why? As I couldn't continue to answer those questions with anything like definitive, anything like other than just faith.
And another why is if God is real, then he would obviously direct the people that were the heads of the church to help you out.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that either.
No.
He literally has like a pager for each one of them. Like, he has direct contact. I don't hear no bullshit like, oh, you know, I don't even have homeboy's new number. Like, I don't even have his new number. How was I supposed to get a hold of him? I'm so sorry. No, you talk to them every day.
No, they preach about.
And I told you to tell him.
You're supposed to listen for that. But so, it was just, it was, as I found myself questioning it more and more, and then it got to the point where it was like, you know, I couldn't get a definitive answer as to why. Like, even though I you know, considered myself like a good Mormon girl, I did all of the things, I followed all the steps, I was doing everything I was supposed to up until the point I walked away. Yeah. Why was this happening to me? And why wasn't I removed from the situation until, like, even though it got to the point where I was like, no, the only person that I can have faith in is myself. Because at least I know, like, for me, I can get stuff done. I will get stuff done. Like, I got me. So
you're accountable.
Yeah. It was just, it was hard to, like, even in the other religions, I would sit there and, like, when my mom was taking me to the different churches, like, I sat there and I listened and I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. Nothing of what they're saying makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So,
oh no, she found us out. Get her out of here. Was there any of them that kind of like, well, that's interesting, I'd try that on? And did you was there anything, did you take anything good from any of them, or you know what I mean? Were you Wiccan or
oh, did you search a different system? Yeah.
Oh.
Did you test drive anybody?
Damn it! Now I need a little steering wheel.
Not really. I mean, not really. For a long time, like, it was my thing was like, I don't believe in like an organized religion. Do I believe that there is something? Maybe, but organized religion as a whole, I thought it was terrible, and I still think it's terrible because
it is
a multitude of reasons. But it was like that, and then it was just like, it really just got to the point where, you know, what is there? There's nothing there. So what?
You're like, what am I looking for?
Yeah, like it was like, when I would sit there and I would try to like try these different things, whatever, I was just like, well, this is stupid. Well, and like not trying to be offensive in any way, shape, or form, but like for me, I was just like, this doesn't make any sense to me anymore. Like if I try to do my best to be a good person, I don't need to be XYZ religion or believe in whatever to be a good person. I can just be a good person for myself.
Correct. That's right.
No, there's no way. That is not humanly possible for anyone to just, be good to other people because it's generally a good practice. Impossible. Impossible, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, but it was, looking back on some of the stuff now that I remember, because it sucks because of all the crap that's happened, I have a terrible memory. That's why, like, I can remember some things and I can't, there's a lot of stuff from my childhood that I can't remember. I know it sucked, but I can't remember why.
Lots from mine I can't remember.
Yeah. But it's funny because like sometimes I think about something will trigger like a random memory, and it's funny what I remember because when I went on to another podcast, I was on Burning Eden with Bath and Mel, and we talked.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, they're great folks. I've been on with them before.
They're hilarious. But I had randomly remembered that like when I was part of the youth group, when I was still as a Mormon, we would make pilgrimages to the temple, to one of the big Mormon temples. And we would go and we would baptize the dead.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
The temple and baptize the dead, yes.
Yeah.
How? They're already dead. What good is that going to do?
That's cheating.
That's like they're in one
cheating.
of the other spots. Like it's already too late. Like what do you mean?
No, that's bullshit. That's cheating. No, if my whole life I was told either you're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell, and you're telling me I could have just did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, go to hell for like, I don't know, 30 seconds in my little out of time brain, and you're just going to come along and sprinkle the shit on me anyway?
Oh, but wait, it's not just heaven and hell. There's different levels.
Oh, God damn it. Multi-level marketing sons of bitches. So sick.
They're all about the MLM, okay?
It's like buying skins on Fortnite. God. I just want blue pants. I don't want 1,000 things.
I want to know if there's levels in hell. Is the top level the one that's got the air conditioning? That's what I want to know.
Is it inverted? Is top up, but top would be normally down?
Yeah.
For their is it
That's
inverted?
My brain hurt.
Did they realize
fall
that there's
in hell? Which way do you go?
I have like Australia. Come on.
Is it in the center of the earth?
I don't know. All I know is they got to go through a shit ton of trapped water within our crust. So somebody could just easily figure out a way to grab, a couple of rocks, start smashing all the rocks in hell all over the wall. And eventually they're going to hit that water pocket and they're going to flood hell and put out all the fire.
Neil, that's where the aliens are hiding.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What is it? The Anunnaki or whatever?
I figured it out. They're in a water pocket underneath the crust, waiting for a meteorite to come and hit it, set them free. They're out of there.
That's the creature from the Lost Lagoon. He was just ostracized from the community because he stopped believing. So,
and this is what happens when you don't believe, when you don't have faith. Meteorite.
That's right.
That's science.
Remind me to stay away from that science class.
Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed back in.
So the whole earth flooded. No, it didn't. Can't. Not possible.
Improbable. So once you kind of figured out that it was a Ponzi scheme,
Ponzi scheme.
What was your like treat yourself moment? Like what were you like, oh, now I'm gonna read this book or I'm gonna watch this movie or This is I'm a rebel. Ha, ha,
Oh,
ha.
jeez.
I'm so edgy. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like hit that, as a teenager, and I did get a little bit more rebellious, after I walked away. I did dumb teenager things. But oh my God, the first thing, tattoos.
Yeah.
That's Scientology.
Wait, what? They're giving out planets? Hold on,
No.
Neil. We might have to change the name of the show. I didn't know that they were giving out planets.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know about
I gotta
that.
smoke.
Don't need a lighter down there.
And your husband says, I plan on starting a mosh pit and never going to give you up in hell.
He would.
A mosh pit. Have you heard the metal version of that song?
Wait, really?
And on the other side of the coin, have you ever heard Rick Astley singing other music other than that song? The guy's amazing.
You ever heard him talk?
Phenomenal.
He sounds like
Yes.
Elton John. He's the most British thing. I was like, you're British? Oh, hell,
Yeah, you
I've
didn't know
been
he was British?
deceived. Not for real.
He literally looks like every fucking ancient painting of British people. He literally looks just like them.
It was the 80s. They shot that video. I didn't know if he looked like that or if it was the time. I don't know.
It was the
very
hairstyle.
coiffed and he was doing a lot of this, I don't know.
Rick rolled in hell is redundant.
That is the background music.
But it was
funny.
tattoos. It was, oh my God, wearing makeup.
Oh,
I was not allowed to wear makeup. I was not allowed to dye my hair.
What?
Yeah.
Like not even your own natural color? They would have never known.
No.
Oh boy.
because that's against God for some reason.
Piercing.
There's an IQ in the chat. Hi IQ. Long
Hi,
time no see,
IQ.
buddy. Yeah. So what about do you drink coffee now? And
Oh my God, I love coffee. I can't function without it.
yes.
You guys couldn't have coffee?
We weren't
Nope.
allowed to have anything with caffeine in it, and that included chocolate
Anything
and
addictive.
a lot of sodas.
No fucking chocolate.
Yeah.
Neil, they're
See,
evil.
now if I read
Neil,
that, I would
they're
be like,
evil.
"Oh, fuck this, I'm out.
They're
No
not
chocolate,
good.
no coffee. What is wrong with you people?
What's
How
the
do you
point?
get through life?
What's
There's no
the point?
joy. What is wrong?
Why
Yeah.
bother?
So they
Why
had
get out of bed in the morning if there's no chocolate for me?
a coffee substitute called Postum.
I've heard of this shit and it's horrible.
It's terrible.
I almost said we should try it, but never mind.
Yeah, a friend of mine had some of that, and I never
Shit.
tried it. I'm like, you ain't getting that fucking shit past my lips. Fuck you. I'm sticking to the real thing.
Is it
He said,
supposed
oh, it
to?
tastes really good. And my friend Pat, who's another coffee heen like me, took a sip and he went, this is not good. This is trash.
It's terrible.
This is garbage.
Oh, and here's a really great one. Shaving my legs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you
And
poor
So
like-
they
thing.
wanted all their women to be Yetis? Like, what? What the fuck? Oh, it'll be warmer in the winter.
Cactus
like-
Jack.
It was so mortifying because when we would go to church, like you couldn't wear pants. You had to wear a dress or a skirt. And for me as like a young teenager, it was mortifying to go to church with a dress or a skirt on.
Oh man, yeah, we get you. That's not right. They shouldn't do that. That's not right. That's what that is. That's where see now no one will like you except for Mormon boys.
Well, and some of the restrictions,
Who
like
shaved their
some of
legs.
the ones that I'm naming, were like it was the man of the house that dictated what restrictions were followed, what weren't. Because
Right.
like I had girls that were my age who were allowed to shave their legs, and they were my friends in the Mormon church. It was really determined by the man of the house. And some of those
That
restrictions
seems reasonable for you.
Yeah, some of those restrictions were specific to what I grew up with. No shaving, no makeup.
Did he have a beard?
Who?
Your dad?
Yeah.
I was like, he can shave his face, but damn it, he had a beard.
Well, he had a
Oh, they
mustache.
would anyways, and still keep those rules.
A mustache. So that means he shaved the rest of the beard off. It's bullshit. I thought he was going to be like, no shaving in this house. But he was like, dude, you're freaking trimming your shit. Fucking pass me.
No shaving in this house, god damn it.
Yo, pass me one of the razors.
Painting my nails, wearing nail polish.
Couldn't do
Not
that
even
either.
clear coat.
No, not allowed.
It's good for the health of the nail.
Yeah, it's just strengthener. They have nail strengthener that works like that. It's just a clear coat.
She said, nope, you ain't getting that. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Is that
Zero wants out.
All this talk about shaving, Zero got nervous. Keep saying shaving.
Right.
What's that noise I hear in the background? Sounds like a razor. All right. Poor Zero.
But yeah, I went crazy because I was just like, I had never experienced some of these things. And I was like, oh, here we go. And then when I became an adult and I got a job and I had adult money, well, forget it.
I'm going to paint my nails with little tiny ones of these all over them. It's a whole bouquet of that shit right there for you.
She's got a tattoo on her nail, and it's got like a hair extension, and each nail has a piercing and a tattoo.
I have a tattoo on my finger, so
I rest my case.
Is that the wedding ring tattoo sort of thing?
Oh no, a lot of my tattoos, I don't really even remember like why I got them anymore. And it was just one of those ones where I was like, yeah, this sounds cool. I want a finger tattoo.
Mm-hmm. One of the most painful places to get one, too.
Just make up a new story every time.
Right? Well, you know what? When I got my finger tattooed, it really didn't hurt.
No?
But I mean, it's not like
I've
being
seen near bone, right? Is hard. Like,
it is,
where it's
but
painful.
I mean, yeah. Well, I will say this: the back of the calf, hurts really bad.
Oh yeah, I don't have any down there.
Hell no! Not stick it. I would just kick whoever it was right in the chops. Just. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. Wham! They would just be getting jacked. Yes. How do you sit still for a back of the calf? Woof. Mm-mm.
No thanks.
It's not fun.
Oh, did you get ribbons?
Mm-mm.
Oh. I've seen that. I was like, ouch. God damn, no. Or like tops of the hands. Oh.
No. No, the ones like for me, the calves hurt, the thighs. The thighs hurt. I actually have a tattoo that I started on the top of my thigh that I will never get finished because it hurt too much.
Oh, wow. You just have to get really drunk and get in there and get it finished. And Will says the butt cheek hurts.
Oh my God. Of course he would say that.
Mine's on my shoulder.
I'm kind of curious as to why he said that.
He lost a bet and has a tattoo on his butt cheek.
Oh, dude, don't lose bets, man.
So what is it? Does it say open here with an arrow towards the center? Or?
You got W and W.
Wow.
You can get it changed to M's for Mother's Day. Never mind.
Just do a handstand.
There you go. You go, wow, this is a weird turn we took on this show today.
Well, tattoos are kind of weird, so.
I like them. I got a couple, but I can't get any more, unfortunately. I want to, but I can't.
We'll get you some of those hot water tattoos, Neil. Don't you worry.
What do you mean if I get another tattoo, I'm going to be in hot water? Is that what you're telling me?
You can get Mike Tyson 1 week.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't think I'd do a face tattoo. I don't think I
Or
ever
henna.
saw. Could do henna, yes.
I was thinking about messing around with some henna.
There's a large Indian community here where I live, and I see the gals doing the henna stuff all the time. I could probably, and I know many of them, so I could probably just go, "You guys want to do some henna on me?" And they'd be like, "Really, can we?" And then be like all over it. So
they'd be like, "All right, your arm is the size of 3 of us, so let's go get the buckets of paint. We're gonna be here all day, girls. Put your hair up."
Yeah, they get a roller.
There's just like one little short girl, and she's got a little paintball gun with henna in it, and she's just there to hit the corners, just.
And a paintball gun.
Because Neil's 90 feet tall. In my joke, that's what it is. That's why it's funny. Don't deny it, because if you deny it, then you don't have faith, which is important.
Oh yeah,
apparently.
Yeah. Faith will get you everywhere.
Everywhere you don't want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Put that on. Clip that. That was a good one.
Well, Miranda, we gotta ask you our usual end of the show question.
Give us money. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
Donate to our we're pathetic club. You find the donation button just below. No, if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give to that obviously in a lot of fucking turmoil girl back then?
To just believe in yourself.
Jesus, believe in yourself?
Jesus, believe in yourself, she says. One more message to her Lord and Savior.
Yeah. No,
just believe in yourself, Jesus.
You'll get down from there. Just believe in yourself.
Keep praying. That'll work.
Yes. But just believe in believe in yourself. Don't listen to what everybody else says. Just believe in yourself, because it gets better.
All right, fair
That's
enough.
A good message.
Because it gets better.
It does, and then you somehow end up on this show, and everything goes downhill.
And then you jump the shark and come on here, and now it's all bad news.
That's right. And then next time you get pulled over, don't tell them you're on the show. You'll bet 2 tickets.
Oh.
And one of them will be written in Canadese.
Wait, what?
I made you guys a language just now. You like it?
Canadese?
Yeah. Canadiense.
Right. What the hell is that?
Spanish. I stole that from Spanish.
Saint Shadow says Jesus has an identity crisis every time Cosmos reruns are on.
But if that's true, man, like, who am I, man?
What am I here for?
Like, but who am I really?
So there was someone I see, someone said that, I would tell myself to have faith. Not necessarily. I guess just to clarify on that, it's I was, a lot of people disproved me. A lot of people didn't believe me. A lot of people basically, made it to where I didn't believe in myself, that I questioned myself constantly.
That's what they want.
And, it basically just to, don't second guess yourself. Don't, know that what you're doing is the right thing. Don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise, essentially. To basically have confidence in myself that what I'm because the only at the end of the day, for a really, really long time, the only person that I could count on was myself, or at least that's how I felt. So it was just, just be confident in what you're doing because what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah. You added a little self-worth in there.
Yes.
Like damn it, no. No, damn it, this is mine. You will not take it from me. And then you just kick that mailman square in the chest over a rubber band that had fallen on the floor in the lobby, and it was whew.
It was just
A
regular
whole
kick
Sparta
either.
kick.
One of them flying matrix kicks.
Just lift it up very slowly. Wham! Larry was 2 days from retirement, but
Are we making Karate Kid references now with the crane?
We can do the you can do the crane.
yes, sure. Yes.
That's not what a crane sounds like.
We took the baby to the zoo.
Oh, awesome.
We saw cranes.
We got blue herons around here, and
I love those.
Massive.
They're like pterodactyls.
I was just gonna say, when they're flying, I'm like, holy fuck, is that a pterodactyl?
Like their necks are
that?
doing like they're next to like that pterodactyl crook thing that you see in like all the movies. Like it's
so
there.
those pictures we saw on the internet, they must have been real.
Pelicans too. Pelicans look like dinosaurs when they're like flying around.
We don't get them here a lot. We get them in the
What about
summertime.
those birds? Oh God, the ones that like when they make sounds.
Birds aren't real.
Like oh no, they're creepy.
You're talking about spoonbill.
They were created by the government to spy on us. That's what birds are.
That's right. You're talking about the spoonbill, the giant fucking bird. The spoon, where they clack their beaks together and it sounds like a gun going off.
Yes,
Yeah.
those
Shoebill.
things are creepy.
Shoebill.
Shoebill, yeah.
Shoebill.
Sorry, spoonbill's a different one.
Shoebill stork. Yeah. Those things. Those, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get that emblem on my car. Like that's a mean ass bird. That and that cat that has like that really pissed off face. Let me see if I can figure out what's. You know what I'm talking about? The little like the permanently grumpy wild cat. It's like somebody's name's cat. Chat, help me out. You guys got me.
You're talking about Grumpy Cat?
No, there's a wildcat. It's like a Norwegian or some Scandinavian wildcat. This thing looks pissed.
Oh, like a bobcat kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a wild bobcat looking thing, but it's just like permanently upset in the face area. And it's hilarious because it's very small.
RBF.
Big time. Big time. It's Schrodinger's cat. You know what? Ooh, tons. I'm gonna tell her you said that. Baby, look at the chat. I keep trying to look it up, but then it disappears. No.
It flew away.
Mean wild cat face. Oh, there it is. What the hell is this thing called?
The Norwegian fuck you cat.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Listen. Oh yeah. He's not telling us shit.
I'm trying to get it's the Pallas cat. Pallas. When you see you'll see what I'm saying.
I have Google too.
Well, it looks like the turns have tabled.
That cat looks derpy more than anything else.
Derpy?
They're just so mad. Cat. They're just so well. If you see a video of them, they're just always attacking shit. They're just mean little fucks. It's like, who pissed you off? Now that's original. That's original sin right there. He came in evil, full of hatred and violence. His body and phenotype show as much. Yes. I need I want the corporate number cat.
All I know is one of my old favorite Disney movies was The Cat from Outer Space. It was a live action one. And they had a cat in it. It was a Siamese cat too. Yeah. Anyway, we have gone the hour, Miranda. So you and your hubby have said that you guys are in for the after party. So that's going to be fun.
Yes.
And we will be doing the after party, folks. So if you want to be involved and you want to come say hi to Miranda and make fun of Mikey and I, you're welcome to do so. You just get in touch with this fella right here with this little thing right there that says @MikeyFamine. He's on Twitter or Facebook as well, and you can get a link from him that way, and he can come and have some fun for us. We usually go for about an hour and a half, give or take. So yeah, and we're going to do that. So I want to thank you guys, though, out there in the chat for hanging out with us over at YouTube here, or over here on YouTube and over there on Twitch. Over and over. I don't know.
Over yonder.
Over yonder. And also our amazing patrons and our members. You guys are awesome for helping out the channel. We love you. If you do want to become either one, there are ways to do so. You can check below. You can also check out Mikey and mine's music, which are also linked below. The stuff you hear in the intros and outros is, well, currently is my band. So, but there's going to be some change up stuff at some point. So we get a lot of cool tunes going on. Then I would just run it in the background. You don't have to listen to us drone on all the time. But anyway, that's about it, guys. And like I always say at the end of the interview, before I say that, I want to say thank you to Miranda for joining us today. And,
No, thank you.
sharing.
And I'm sorry that it was a little all over the place. I'm still kind of getting into my groove about talking about stuff.
You did great.
Knowing what you went through explains why, in my mind, that you're going all over the place, because there's a lot of shitty stuff that is in that story, and that can cause people to be scrambled. I know it would cause me to be scrambled. That's for damn sure. Mm-hmm. Same way I like my eggs scrambled.
You did better. You did better than Will.
All right. Anyway, until then,
I've
guys.
started a fight in the show.
Yeah, but there is an after party. There's a link to it below if you want to come and yell at him. Until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the interview part, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.